guy. I thought other people were gonna webcam, but
Well, I mean, I did, but I was so tired of just wearing clothes, so.
that doesn't change anything.
Yeah, I was like, and
Well, I'm very sensitive about my nipples.
like just because you have 8 of them doesn't mean you have to.
Hand them down my belly like a cat.
Lance went in like a cackling fit when he saw my hairy nipples. He's like, why are they so hairy? And he just started laughing for like a minute straight.
You know, that tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Ka-chink.
Open sesame.
What is going on, my Weeb and Weebettes? Welcome back to another episode of the Weeb After Hour. Tonight, I have with me Roy,
Hello.
Avery, Clinchy,
Hello.
and Lance.
Hi, y'all.
All right, we're continuing our Halloween week here on the Weeb After Hour. Our final episode for this week is Cooking Companions. If you don't know what this is, well, you'll be surprised by what you're gonna see. So this game is a little bit longer than a one-off that we've been doing the past couple of games. So we're just gonna play for an hour or so, and then if we really want to get into it, we'll definitely make it into a series later. But without further ado, let's just get right into it and see what this game is all about. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Do you wish to continue?
God, spoilers. You surprised us, man.
Okay, all the children need to
bro.
leave the room now.
Yeah, dude. Child buys this, gets sued.
Okay.
Did you guys want to voice this, or do you want me to just kind of breeze through the lines?
I vote on Breeze.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, the priest only got an hour.
That walk was brutal, but this cabin's amazing. Full kitchen, running water, really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. I can't wait to chew. I'm sorry, everyone. It must be the dust. Get those allergies under control, Mariah. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure with a little elbow grease, we can make this cabin shine. So, are you volunteering to clean, Gregor? No. Not many supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out to get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stew, so let's get up some firewood, okay? Leave that to me, little guy. I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to
What
this
did he
dust.
say? Leave that to me, little guy.
Allergies are nothing to joke about, Karin. She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. Thanks, Anatoly.
Oh my god.
I think I'll go foraging outside. With over 450 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime modes, there's bound to be treasure up here. Roughing it is fun. Anatoly knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. I think the slime modes would be most delicious. Most certainly not. What about the fungi? Do you know which ones are poisonous, Anatoly? I can figure that out. You can be the canary in the coal mine, Anatoly. I'm not ending up a corpse here. Eek! Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. There won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them. Number 1 is Anatoly. Oh yeah, sorry, Mariah. Got carried away again. I'll help Anatoly look for food. I'm definitely better at warding off wild animals.
Are you?
If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we brought. You mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump. Hey, Anatoly and Mariah are getting the food. Gregory's gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef. Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod. Very excited to try your cooking. Alright, everyone, let's go to work while there's still sunlight. Later. Mariah. Anatoly. Gregor. The 3 exit the cabin, leaving you and Karin alone. I think Anatoly put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking. To save the game, right click or hit the escape button on your keyboard to pull up the menu. The menu will also allow you just fine. Alright. Please note, going back to the main menu, exiting the game without saving will remove progress you made. Be sure to save. Do you have any experience making meals? Of course. Is that so? Looking at you, I think you'd be good at serving up food poisoning. Right?
Damn.
It looks like Karin will remember that. What? Anyways, going to check out the living room. Let's
Remember
talk
what?
later. Oh, remember these nuts on her
What
chin.
did you do?
I don't know. I think I killed me.
I can serve up these hands. You like that?
Karin heads to the living room and starts dusting a little bit. You decide to look around the kitchen to find ingredients for the meal tonight. You never know what you'll find around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. Why not give it a try? Which area do you want to search first? Behind the woodpile. There's nothing but cobwebs back here. Thankfully, no spiders. The drawers? You check the drawers on the left. Just some dirty knives. You feel cupboards are empty. And it totally must put the supplies somewhere.
Oh, wow. Check it twice.
The cupboards? Check the cupboards
The
again.
wood.
Just some mouse turds and cobwebs.
This place sucks.
You look at the wood logs closer. There's just a pile of Norway spruce. You check the drawers above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing in this one. Maybe Karin will find it appetizing.
What?
Wood. Cupboard.
The Norway spruce won't burn as hot as logs from an oak tree. These would be useless during a snowfall. You check the drawers above the woodpile. Something's making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Hi-ho!
Chompettes, sound off!
Yeah!
Never fear, Onion is here! Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion. Always merry, raspberry!
Sounds like a fucking zombie.
Potato? Cabbage stuffed me in this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping. Oh, we're the Chompettes! Why talk with those boring humans? All they have to give you is drama. Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook.
What?
We'll share with you our secret Chompette recipes. Collect them all to become a 5-star chef. You can find unlocked recipes in the main menu. Okay. To celebrate, here's your first recipe card. A roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate, meat free. You unlocked your first recipe. If you ever want to talk, just come to the drawer.
Oh yeah.
Chompettes! Let's move out!
Does that mean you can't cook for yourself if you don't have a recipe?
Probably. Cabbage really slams the drawer closed. You wonder if what you just saw was real. You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state, but only slightly. Hey, did you find the supplies? You shake your head. Anatoly lied. He actually put them in the bedroom. Idiot. Here you go. You got the emergency supplies. Karin leaves you alone.
She knew?
I don't know. You start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. Tonight's entree, vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Placing some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you cook it about 10 minutes. The onions are tender and translucent. Perfect. You next mix in some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. Peter gets tired of reading already, because Peter's at a 5th grade level. We're back. More firewood than you'll ever need. We found some wild sorrel. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty. Anatoly's burying the lead. We saw a red deer. Mariah spotted it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's great. Anyways. I killed 17 spiders here while you were out looking at deer. Yeah. That should have come as no surprise. There's over 160 species of spiders here.
Oh god, he's just like Four Eyes from
One.
Mhm.
Yeah. 160? Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure they were all in the bathroom or something.
Yeah, and more species coming every entry in the game.
Almost all of them were near the couch. Yeah. I was gonna sleep on the couch. That's where 16 of them were. I'm not sleeping on that couch then. And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Mariah. I can sleep anywhere, so I'll sleep in the rocking chair. I'll sleep with one eye open, just in case any of them swarm the couch. Thanks, Gregory. Karin and Anatoly, you two take the bedroom. Thanks, big guy. Joke's on you, Gregor. I always plan on taking one of the beds. Hey, Anatoly, I snore louder than a lumberyard. Eek. Sweet dreams, chump.
Weaponizing your snoring. What a bitch. Wait, where's your character supposed to sleep then? Anyone ask you?
I sleep on top of the spiders.
Oh, you can just sleep on top of Gregor when he's on the rocking chair.
You set the table and ask everyone to dig in.
I'm not gonna lie, that stew sounds really bland and awful.
You set the table
Vegetable
and ask everyone to dig in. You set the table and ask everyone to dig in.
What the fuck?
Oh wow, this smells delicious.
Why is everyone looking at you?
Thank you, because I'm the main guy, I guess.
I guess so.
Because they're saying thanks.
You must be a world-class chef.
Karin takes sitting on that side of the table, and only you're sitting on this side of the table.
I'm a fat guy, all right? Leave me alone.
Oh, okay.
It's bland as hell. Karin tastes like every other vegetable stew I ever had. So generic. Am I just Lance?
Wow.
Could probably use some meat next time.
I was thinking
Gross.
Karen's actually really relatable.
For a side,
I too kill 16 spiders and also weaponize my snoring.
For a side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize the Fragara visca, also known as strawberries, for some jam. Nobody cares, Pipsqueak. Everyone laughs at Karen's
dictionary
polite
for this
movie.
game.
Yeah, nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. This could very well be the best day you ever had.
Oh shit, that's depressing.
You go to bed stuffed.
And then you go to bed dead.
And then what?
Day one.
Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night, I didn't even need a blanket. Okay.
What?
What time is it? About 1 hour until dawn.
Oh.
Will you two pipe down? Trying to sleep over here.
But there's
As
light
I walk
outside
out of
already.
the bedroom. Yeah.
It looks like it's like midday.
Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. We didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better get a head start on gathering
We're gonna
food.
talk about his fucking squirrel on his shoulder.
I honestly can't see the trees outside right now. Gregor, did you see any spiders last night? There's a small one in the bathroom. Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink. Mariah turns a little pale. Karin's messing with you, Mariah. Let's find more than wild sorrel today. Gah! If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you,
Ooh,
meat?
fish.
What's with you and meat, big guy? I don't know, that's an insult. Anatoly's herbalism book stated that there are more species of plants to eat out here. Let's leave the fish alone. You know, I'm not into meat. That's a shame. I wake up early to go get meat. I mean, go fishing. Cheer up, Karin. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least. Maybe we'll see more red deer today. That sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Haha. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries. I love blackthorn berries. Hump.
Smashing.
We'll be back later.
Uh-huh.
Can you watch our stuff today? You nod. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Thanks. Hump. Hump.
More time with the creepy vegetables.
Don't steal anything, okay? You nod.
I don't get it. What's everyone's relationship here? Are they all friends or are they like family?
No
We
idea.
don't know.
No idea.
No clue.
You're
They must
alone.
be stranded together.
But thankfully, you have the drawer Chompettes to keep you
This is
company.
my understanding of the situation too.
Fuck it. Let's go into the basement.
Talk to your Chompettes, man. They're probably gonna sell you like satanic power.
This door goes into the basement. There's no reason to go into the basement right now. You wait for the others to
That's
return.
keep out your
I
extended
wasted my
car
day.
warranty.
Wow.
I just turned.
dusty trail.
Oh, the
That's
door is
fine.
locked. Oh shit! I'm so tired now.
Sorry, guys. I couldn't do anything for the entire day.
We're back. Tee
Dude,
Knock it
Karen's
off,
gonna
Mariah.
fucking rip your asshole open.
It's pretty rare to be scared of one. It's not. Who knew the big guy would be so scared of? Shut up. You don't understand. I don't think anyone understands, Gregor. It was just a Mermog Gregor. Not a monster. Mariah laughed so hard that your ears ring. Bah ha 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 ha
Ooh.
ha ha ha. Tears are rolling down Mariah's cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Stop Mariah from
Keep going.
hyperventilating?
What the fuck?
Absolutely not. One less mouth to feed, right? You don't get it. What the fuck was that?
What was that?
It's pretty personal. Then please
Karen's hair
explain,
is so
big
long,
guy.
he tucked it under her armpit.
Looks incredibly uncomfortable. Let's leave him alone. We found some raspberry and elderberries near the cabin. Quite the selection of berries. We also found more
Yeah,
wild
too.
sorrel. Is this going to be enough for a good meal? Everyone's looking at you for an answer. You decide to do an inventory of all the available ingredients. It takes you a while, but you decide on your specialty, cabbage rolls.
Was that the same chompette cabbage?
I have no idea. You cook cabbage rolls!
Probably. No one else had cabbage.
Mariah looks optimistic. Karin looks skeptical. Anatoly looks curious.
Why is that just
Gregor's
a JPEG?
dumb. I don't know. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite. You guys good?
Anatoly's got a little bit of a cross eye.
That's pretty
Who?
darn good.
Anatoly.
Oh, where's the squirrel?
Whoa, wow, I could eat a
Oh.
whole batch myself.
Damn, that wasn't
think-
tomato sauce.
That's the blood of the squirrel.
This was fucking blood sausage.
Oh, there's meat right there with the squirrel.
Sauce is
Sausage
pretty
is
red.
Did you use fresh
No.
tomatoes for it?
It is red.
It really adds to it. Spoon some of the liquid on top of it, you'll thank me later. Incredible! It's definitely growing on me. Thanks again for cooking. This really was something special. Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do. Bitch.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is how it starts. First
Not
do dishes,
happening.
then you kill everybody.
You settle in and go to bed. Everyone goes to bed full. Tomorrow will be another great day.
Great day, huh? Of trying to get into a locked basement.
That was my bed. I thought I could just start the scariness now.
You're too eager.
Good morning, everyone. Again, Gregor? Can't
Oh,
you
great,
let us
it's
sleep
still
in?
alive.
Not today. Why? Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor,
Okay, that's a fair point.
you're overreacting. We have enough food to
Okay,
last us a
no.
while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but I used a lot of what we had. Gregor's also correct. Precipitation is usually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish to not go out and look for food today. You really think it will flood? Thankfully, the cabin's on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. There's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared.
You know, Peter, being that you're Four Eyes, does that put a lot of pressure on you to be smart, like this character is?
I think just being Asian in general puts that
Yeah.
pressure on me,
Like-
regardless if I wear glasses or not.
Every time there's a Four Eye character, they gotta be smart.
Yeah, tell me about it. There's nothing to worry about. They also keep thinking I'm a virgin too. I mean, they're right. But what's the point of pointing that out, huh? 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 I think Gregor is right, Karen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst. Hump. Think she's right, Karen. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Anatoly. Let's go out and
Anatoly.
prepare for the storm. Foraging should be key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods and it has better odds than trying odds. Give me a few minutes and I'll plot out a route on some paper. Let me help, little guy.
And he tells like
Anatoly and
Mangle.
Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Mariah and Karin are still hanging around. Unfortunately, in life, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one you like to talk to? I'll talk to Karin.
Damn, it's day 2. You only now talk to somebody.
Hey, this paper nailed to the wall looks pretty ancient. What were the old days like? Extremely brutal. Oh, really? You have to share the details with me later. While I pound you in the asshole, okay? Karin will not be able to stomach your stories, but you still agree to tell her the details later. Karin would definitely remember that.
Does not
Your
remember.
relationship is stronger.
Oh.
Okay. You hear a shout from the other room.
Uh-oh.
Gregor and Anatoly come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Oh god, he's got the fucking hand in his pocket. Hey, can you cook something while we're out? You nod. Thank you. Alright everyone, we have our new route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. Like actually beat them up. The group leaves, determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen.
Oh my god, no, not the Chompettes.
Huh? Radio? What's going on with that radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. Seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out?
How about you check out whoever screamed, huh?
Yeah, what was that?
Why don't you check out why Gregor was blushing, huh?
Alright, let's check out the bedroom.
Fuck.
Maybe Anatoly slapped Gregor's ass and Gregor was like, ah! And then he's
Again.
blushing.
I've never been manhandled by Four Eyes before. Poor Anatoly. ...
Karin's snoring is so loud she even wakes you up sometimes. Anatoly must be running on fumes. Would he have the courage to wake her up though? Probably not.
Definitely
You wait around for
not.
the others to return. Wait, what about that fucking... Aww.
Nah.
Mariah's back early today. Hey, the others are still looking for food outside. Anatoly found some more berries, but nothing that would feed all of us. Please don't tell the others, but I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers and we don't have enough food, even with rationing, to last if there's a big storm and we get stuck here. Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management. Can you try cooking with a little less this evening? We nod. Thank you. You've done such a great job with meals so far. You're very sweet. Is Mariah blushing a little bit? Tee-hee-hee. Mariah will remember that. Why is everyone remembering stuff? I didn't want the relationship to be stronger though.
Mom,
Did you even...
I didn't do anything.
You just read through the story, right?
Yep. Mariah came home early. Maybe you could teach me to cook sometime. You nod. Looking forward to it. Hey, you could hold a cooking class here someday.
You nod.
Nod. Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin.
Rude.
Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries. Huh. Jam is so
Good berry.
bland without any sugar. Do you have any sugar? You shake your head sadly. Yikes. Turn that frown upside down, Karin. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor.
Yeah, let me just like mash the spires into sugar, bitch.
Bit. You missed out. The sunset was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out. Red sky and night, sailors delight. Red sky and morning, sailors take warning. So we can expect a sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome! You're such an optimist, big guy. We must have walked a few miles today.
Using pet names for Gregor now.
Gorgeous sights. You can even see snow on the
What's going on?
tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You look from person to person trying to determine who it was.
It's a squirrel.
It was definitely Mariah. Mariah, I recognize that sound from anywhere. Yeah. Guilty. Mariah looked embarrassed, but the group laughed at her honesty. Except for you. You search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Ahem. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? I'm dumb. Dust? Try again, big guy. Everyone's pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up. I got it. Is it hunger? Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to guess that. So, what's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. You crush the berries in your small mortar and pesto, spreading it on some crusty bread.
Nice.
Where did that bread come from?
You cooked raspberry jam and bread.
Yay.
The bread's a little tough. Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, but this homemade jam is to die for. Sorry.
Die.
No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Mariah, everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal, but it got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep.
God,
Oh my
stop.
God, who's gonna go crazy?
Yeah, he's
first?
gonna go fucking nuts.
You go to bed wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Something is riding on your back, your pussy and your crack, and becomes a nuisance. You try to see in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. You're trying almost everything, but it won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the minute. You wandered away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain in cool water. You didn't want things to come to this, but you exhausted all other options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom,
What the fuck?
cut your feet, you slip and fall to your knees. You lean back, trying to submerge the thing underneath the waters. But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. You try swimming to the shore, but it's no use. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the current. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into your eyes. But you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat.
Wow.
What's scary is this font.
Comic Sans.
No.
Oh, wake up! Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep. I think I keep hitting the back button by accident.
Maybe Gregor just wants to make sure you heard him.
What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. Tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Ugh. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karin's snoring is louder than a sawmill. You find it very loud and very distracting. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. Anatoly sounds petrified.
Sounds petrified.
I looked out the door and we completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors taking warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe you'll clear up tomorrow? You can't steal big guy's optimism, Karin. Well, why the hell not? That's all he has going for him. Ugh. He's also good at chopping wood though. My wood. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? I give it a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow. I'm sorry, you're a weather girl?
Oh, thanks, Alexa.
Oh, she's like Guy Hockey.
Yeah, based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room.
What?
Okay, they just have that book here.
For 20 years, huh?
Sounds like you're stealing Anatoly's thunder. Anatoly, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it? Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yes.
Look, I'm not actually smart.
I'm just an otaku. That bookshelf has some great books on artists and crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust? How did you arrive at 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of the year, multiplied by the factor of blah, 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 blah. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It's similar to the where so the first thing you need to understand, minutes of explanation feels like hours. You look over at Anatoly. He's listening intently to Mariah. So intently he hasn't blinked yet. You can see his eyes drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Mariah finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps. Tough crowd. Mariah, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it. Haha. Yeah. Anatoly turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until the floodwaters stop. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you make the right decisions. I believe in you.
The Cabbage Patch friends been.
Me too. Yeah, I'm going to talk to them now.
Have
Peter
you
hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't checked.
It looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread.
Running out of the cabbage people.
Everyone laughs, except for you. With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. Oh, looks like I'm going to talk to the Cabbage Patch Kids now. You get out some crusty bread and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check on the Chompettes.
They're fucking dead. You ate them.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Hero! Don't worry. As leader of the Chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us. That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so don't definitely tell him about us. Yeah. Are your plans going awry? Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast. That one's been done to death. Do you know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You tell her no. Yeah, what that one said. Milkshake! You let out an audible groan. Did cornbread
I like the
teach you
bread's
that
face.
one? Nope, wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun. Well, it was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette comedy competition this year. Oh, Raspberry! No, well, I'm here.
I'm sorry, this is a 5-parter?
I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread?
You mean like us playing?
Ha 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 ha.
No, like
We
this-
still talk about that closing line,
story.
Bread.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take a while.
my
You're
God.
gonna do great this
What
year.
the fuck?
Anyways,
4 people and then the Chompettes.
don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompettes stick together through thick and thin. Raspberry! Feast and famine.
What the fuck?
Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again. Life or death. That's right. Chompettes, move out. Chompettes somehow manage to close the door on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Karin interrupts as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Karin looks at the 2 slices of bread left and the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread. Karin's right.
Oh my God. Mario.
What the hell is the matter with you? You grip the knife tighter in your hand. You think this is enough for 5 of us? Whoa, wait. We can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Anatoly, will most spores give us food poisoning? I'm, no scientist.
I'm
Sorry.
not
Hmm.
smart.
Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave with the floodwaters, so this has to last us another day. Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. He looks like a duck eating bread. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than what we had when we left Ukraine.
What?
Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm's over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we just give it a chance. Anatoly, where are you getting that information from? Well, one of the books on the bookshelf about the climate here. You're illiterate, so that definitely is a lie.
God damn.
I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying.
Okay, if there's an option to save people, we gotta save Karen. We gotta.
I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think that he's smart. But I can tell he's just staring at the page faking it. Fucking Peter, all of high school. What do you think?
Damn, relatable.
Anatoly doesn't know his weather conditions from the hole in the ground. Karin is correct. Anatoly can read. I saw with my own 2 eyes. Well, I am Team Karin, so fuck you, Anatoly.
Sorry, Anatoly. What have you actually contributed aside from a scroll being on your shoulder that doesn't actually exist?
You're funny. I keep pretending with those books, Anatoly. Brutal Karin. I found an old picture book in the living room, Anatoly. Let me know if you want it, small fry. Karin smiles at you. I guess let's call it a day. Yeah, sure. Can I save? Save.
Nice.
Back to game. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 6 minutes later.
Nice.
I'm glad you caught out Anatoly's bluff. You continue to impress. It's a shame Anatoly's sleeping in the same bedroom. I should have never let him be the one to share with me. But what if it was just me and you? I'm sure we could study and squeeze a few novels in before bed. You nod. Well, we'll have to see if we can kick him out at some point, right? Oh, you'll have to tell me about that atomization book on the bookshelf. Really cool pictures in there. Karin looks like she has a crush on you.
An anatomization. It's about the body.
Let me know if you're ever free for a lesson. Okay.
Wow, she is not subtle.
Karin walks away looking very happy. You are definitely sure Karin will remember.
Let's go.
I like her Mardi Gras beads.
You're,
One step closer.
Relationship is stronger.
One step closer to something.
You get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to sleep very hungry. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer can run if startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive. Ugh. I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lowered, let's just skip today's meal. No! It's only for one day.
What's wrong with her?
Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history.
She's got the death looks for sure.
She looks like freaking Edelgard when she crawled out of the dungeon.
Maybe I will
What's wrong
eat
with
meat.
her?
Anatoly leaves mumbling to himself. So passive aggressive of him.
I guarantee they're gonna eat the squirrel.
fuck?
Like actually eat it.
Everyone goes to a separate area.
And he's just not gonna have it on his model anymore. One day.
Karen's in the bedroom, Gregory in the living room, Mariah in the kitchen, and Anatoly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Well, guess we keep going with our
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Looks like she's just slicing away at a block of wood. Hey, can I let you in on a secret? I've actually enjoyed your cooking so far. The others expect me to be rude and mean, so I have to keep that reputation up, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Can't have anyone thinking I'm soft. You're not sure where this is coming from. Promise me you give me cooking lessons soon. Okay? She's not ready yet, but you nod politely. What do you mean not ready yet? Thank you. You're definitely sure Karin will remember that.
No, it's dot dot dot.
We're ranking up.
You're definitely sure.
No.
You nod.
You leave Karin by herself. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. Well, no shit, everyone's hungry. Wish the rain would just stop. You're all doing great. We must be almost to the end of this nightmare. I'm so hungry.
Oh, Gregor.
Me too.
You're sad.
You are
Gregor's
too.
jacked to the gills and he needs to take it easy there.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna don't worry, dude. You're gonna survive off all those muscles.
You'll live the longest.
Mariah is rightfully scared.
Yeah.
She is going to snap like a twig.
You have a strange dream. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray, but he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it.
Behead.
You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. You show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage, and he pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat.
Oh.
Wow. Flashing those images real fast.
Where do they say they're from?
Ukraine. This game's
Ukraine?
based off of Eastern European folklore.
Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear a stirring of blankets, arms and legs. Mariah looks petrified. I couldn't sleep. Anatoly has bags under his eyes. This storm is too loud. Karin looks out of it. The cabin was creaking so much last night, it sounded alive. Gregor looks a little gone. I got a good look out the window. And? Couldn't see anything due to the rain. Great observation, Gregor.
Seriously, this fucking guy.
I was so hungry last night. I kept pacing around my bed. Karin turns to you. When is this going to end? I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Unfortunately, we're going to need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. As soon as the weather lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know.
What the
Didn't
fuck?
you have a map on you? I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor.
Wow.
I'm sure it'll show up eventually.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Mariah and Anatoly go white as a sheet. How are we going to find our way back now? Well,
So what, they escaped from Ukraine and now they're stuck in this cabin trying to find civilization?
no idea. Mariah looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. The group stares at you. It will clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They're all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor's putting on a fake optimism and Mariah is having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? I already got one heart with Mariah, so I guess I'll go for another.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brr. It's cold as hell over here. I'm surprised Gregor isn't freezing to death at night. How does he do it? You explain to Mariah how the size of a person and fat content determine how warm they are naturally. Yeah. Wish I was as big as Gregor. But to be honest, I don't need to be that tall to make a difference in the world. Do you know what he wanted to do for a career? Mariah does her best Gregor impression. Split firewood and gaze at the stars. How boring is that? Depends on the person, but pretty boring. You're so funny. Thanks for coming in and chatting with me. Mariah blushes a little. You make it easier to pass the time. Thank you. You're pretty sure Mariah will remember that. Pretty sure. You thank her and leave the bedroom. You call everyone together. They all look grim. You can cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at you. They're expecting the last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch, and slowly all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Karin is the first to eat hers. She chews every bite a few hundred times before swallowing. Anatoly chews it cautiously, opening his mouth once he finishes each bite. Mariah nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. It was gone in an instant. I don't like these long pauses.
Yeah. You know,
The group thinks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you run out of options. You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. I knew I should have checked that basement on day 2. Now I'm fucking starving because of that fucking basement.
Trust me, you would have done nothing no matter what.
Yeah. Good morning. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped.
Nope.
Nope.
Damn. Still stuck?
Still flooding. What are we gonna do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or 2, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here. But do you really think it will rain that long? Anatoly, it's been days already. What makes you think it will stop soon? Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed. Cross is done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared, but you need to survive. Karin and Gregor begin to discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Or Anatoly in the living room? Think instead about everything you've done wrong and how you doomed everyone.
Oh my god.
Alright, here we go, Mariah. Hey, Mariah looks relieved to see you. All of the day's work, boys. I just show up and people fall in love with me.
It's like, do you guys remember when on Kauai it rained for 40 days?
Nope.
When we were kids. Middle school. It was fucking wild.
Nope, don't remember that at all. That's very sweet of you to ask. Mariah's looking at you
Same.
intently. She gets a little closer to you. I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. Usually you have to pick out the foods the others make. But you respected that. Thank you. Mariah's looking at you with admiration. I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks again. I'm gonna eat that motherfucker. You're definitely sure
Looks
Mariah
delicious.
remember that. I
looks
never
like
liked
she
meat,
would.
but shit. That Gregor meat.
Ooh.
Oh damn, 2.
Wow,
2
you just got
and
2 from 1? What?
You
Fuck.
decided to check out the drawer again. Oh god, not this again. Huh?
Uh-oh.
You asked Potato where the others are. They'll be back. They wanted to explore the labyrinth of tunnels around the cabin. Surely you've seen the mouse holes, right? They're connected all over the cabin. There must have been some mouse that created them, or something worse. Anyways, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. You're fucked. Things are gonna get worse from here on out.
Yo.
You have a feeling Potato is telling the truth. You realize some drool is leaking out of your mouth. Disgusting. Don't even try to eat me. You're just deathly sick if you tried, and from the look of you, you need to retain all the water you can.
Damn.
From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense measure for basic survival this week. You knew something like this would happen, right? You watched a YouTube video? Never mind. With floodwaters rising and no food now, I think it'd be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that determine if you live or die: age, height, weight, and your degree of activity or inactivity. You've been especially lazy, so I'll think you'll survive a little longer than the others.
Damn, you got you there.
The Harris-Benedict equation can help you figure out how many calories you need to simply maintain your current weight. The equation produces no. Yeah, okay. Stay with me here. BMR equals 655 plus. Yeah, math. Got it? For fun, let's try it out somewhere on someone here, Mariah. Using Harris Benedict, she looks like she's 120 pounds, about 5 feet 5 inches tall, about 20 years old. Crunching the numbers, I think she need about 1,388 calories daily. But that's being abnormally stationary. She'll have to lay in bed all day and night, just eating, breathing, and using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to get up more. She was being very active. Let's say swimming through floodwaters. We'll need to multiply that 1,388 calories by 1.9. So now she'll need 2,638 calories per day. That's quite the difference, especially if you didn't ration the food properly, which you didn't. Well, I guess that wraps up our first survival lesson. Hopefully, we'll never have to speak again. Okay? You shut the drawer, going over the numbers again. And carry the one sub-root of 55.
Time to eat that squirrel.
I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food.
Oh, don't cry, Gregor.
Everyone is silent.
No.
He knows it's him.
Yeah, he knows.
Mariah.
Mariah.
What? Send the big dude.
Okay, well.
I used to swim all the time near my house. So I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters.
How the potato know?
No!
She's been
Let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Anatoly. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy. Let me go. Gregor, I love you. Sounds good to me. Karin? His arms are definitely the longest, so he'll probably be the best at climbing trees out of all of us. No, that wouldn't be right. Gregor, let me go instead.
Okay.
I get that. I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts into different measurements. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We'll each pick one from my hand, and the shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths, so you can tell which is the biggest one of the bunch. You pick it. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anatoly?
What a
Karin?
fucker.
Will it be
Why do you
Looks like
stutter?
I've got the shortest.
Damn.
Mariah.
It would have been
Mariah.
interesting if you could manipulate it so you can.
If I had full hearts, I feel like I could have manipulated that situation if I had full hearts
Yeah.
somehow.
to like purposely choose one to direct one of them to be the one.
It's okay. Wow, you're taller than I thought.
You look way taller here.
I watched Anatoly forge earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area. Maybe you'll find a fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken.
You got pendant. Are you a magic art?
Karin,
Huh?
Anatoly, Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise. She promised. I nod. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. I nod. The silence is deafening. I
I
nod.
nod again.
Goodbye.
I don't nod.
I shake my fist wildly at her. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then silence. Mariah has left the cabin.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the
She
group nods.
fucking did.
Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun has completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You get ready for bed and easily pass out. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel, and then you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong, you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and both of them push you in. The familiar smell of
not
smoke
again.
and burning hair causes you to throw up on the embers. You can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase it through the woods. Your burns chill with the wind. Your guest looks behind her and her eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fury rips trees out of their roots, soil from the ground, rocks from their pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Their stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch a glint of the sun. You catch a glint of it in the sun. Golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall into the pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You are unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat.
Ugh, that looked like a hand.
These fucking paintings, man.
Music make you lose control.
Music makes you lose control.
Let's go.
Good morning.
Vibe check.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Mariah. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karin, how long? It's been almost a day since she left. Anatoly and Gregory look nervous. Someone needs to go out and look for her. We need to wait, Karin. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back? What are we supposed to do? Supposed to eat? Mice?
Sounds good.
Karin, I'm sure Anatoly will agree, but we'll discuss the next options when we get to it. Every waking thought is about food now.
The squirrel is gone.
It is.
I never should have eaten that much. I'm Karin's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anatoly just nod in agreement. They don't even need to hear her elaborate. You're sure Mariah will make it back. She promised. Everyone retreats to their areas. What do you want to do today? Let's talk to Karin in the bedroom. Hey babe, you want to fuck?
Nothing gets me in the mood quite like starving.
Hey, you don't have to lie to me. I know Mariah's not coming back. I don't know where she came up with her being the best swimmer. I guess the only one that would know would be Anatoly. Last summer, Anatoly would watch her swim from the shore. He could have been a lifeguard. Such a good swimmer. She never went under, but if she did, he would have pulled her out easily. Why would she lie about something like that? Karin seems deep in thought. Maybe it's better to leave her alone. You close the door softly.
No heart.
No heart. But I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'll be fine with just the strawberries. Nobody else laughs. I nod. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. You would too. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. You fall asleep quickly, but you only dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. In a completely different room.
Oh.
What?
Ooh, that day went by pretty fast too.
7, 8.
Good morning. Karen's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today?
Cook what?
Okay. You take out a
great.
cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven.
What? What?
What does that say?
You cook
cooked
meat.
meat.
You cooked meat.
Really tiny.
Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Greg was
It's a
finally
squirrel.
getting off the couch. Where did you? The three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cut into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Anatoly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is nutty.
Squirrely. Yeah.
Squirrel.
Kind of gamey.
Anatoly returns looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some of the meat? Don't fight this, Anatoly. Anatoly takes a cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. I'm going to read some of these books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karin leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? I guess I'll speak to Anatoly. You knock on the door first.
Damn.
Anatoly? You slowly open the door. Thanks for checking in on me. Oops. You asked if he still feels sick. Not anymore. I think it was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where that meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you.
So fucked.
You're sure Anatoly will remember that.
Oh my god.
I love you.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Why though?
You leave Anatoly and go tidy up some parts in the kitchen. Hours pass. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. Eating will just make them hungrier. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. Like this bitch. And this
And
bitch.
that bitch.
And that bitch.
And that bitch.
We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time and there will be no dinner. Fine. I understand. I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight.
I'm really curious if this is actually a folk story. I want to know more about it.
You have a strange dream.
A year ago, when Peter and me found this, there's a lot of folklore that's based off of
European folklore, I think.
yeah.
Like a mixture of them, from what I remember.
A cabin
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
woods and people starving? That sounds about right. Probably. Probably Slavic, really.
You're having dinner with a blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply. Forge me a new eye then. You laugh. But then the rope comes out. He ties you to a chair with a long rope to prevent you from struggling. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker rope. No turning back now. He takes a hot poker out of the coals. Holding it in front of his face, you can see his beard and eyes watching you. He slowly brings back the
beard?
poker, aiming carefully from your eye. Before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch, the force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. You vomit all over your chest as the smell of your decimated eye floods your nostrils. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body. You wake in a cold sweat.
Oh, Brian, spit on me. Now call me trash.
Step on these pubes. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Will Mariah make it back? This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m., I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise, like she's trying to get water out of her lungs.
Ooh.
Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes, when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something, right? Yes!
Oh.
I sometimes hear her crying through the radio.
Anyways.
But that's just a podcast, right? I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. One step closer to Mariah is what she would have wanted. What's gotten into you, Anatoly? Anatoly's eyes look at you, begging. Bring us another slab.
Oh my god.
Please.
It's so fucked up.
He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Please help me. Anatoly? Gregor looks pained at Anatoly's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to a boiling cauldron water. It would taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster! It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls.
Bold.
Yum.
Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole. Like a duck does when eating bread.
Okay, you're still a duck, huh?
Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using the spoon. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me.
Sometimes I make that face when I'm stressed out.
Mariah. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karin. You didn't notice her even start to eat. There's just an empty bowl now. I think I chose the wrong girlfriend.
I don't know. I like a girl with
Karin
appetite.
is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. Ugh. How could you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? This storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. Or forage for plants outside.
You guys have been eating Mariah?
I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you.
Sure, buddy.
Please, Anatoly, you look so delicious. You can swim back after a few hours. Gregor is right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. I think Mariah's fine by herself. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. Huh. I nod. He thinks he'll wake up in the morning. I will stab him.
Nod.
How did they get Mariah? How did they...
I mean, maybe he just found her body.
Oh, maybe she
Outside
drowned and
or
she
something.
washed up somehow.
Yeah.
knows?
Or the squirrel. Honestly don't know.
I think it's Mariah at this point.
Or I'm the killer, and the moment Mariah went out,
They
she
walk
came
outside.
back, and I fucking whacked her over the head and put her in the
Yes.
oven.
So they're trying to tell Anatoly you should go out and drown and
So I
die,
can-
and then we're gonna
Yep.
eat your body.
All right.
Crazy.
Everyone shuffles off into their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed ravenous. Mariah. Something
Ooh.
is approaching. Onion!
Yeah.
Don't be a crybaby, it's just me.
You gonna make weird
Onion.
faces too?
Not going to be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer Onion. Please? Don't you trust me? You shake your head. Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It will help prevent colds and ward off viruses.
Cool.
That was a lie!
Oh.
The fun factoid of that myth? People actually believed it in the 1500s. How embarrassing. Who would believe that? There even was a
Ooh,
doctor in
wow, thanks.
1919 who caused a surge of people believing it. Anyways, you know what smells like a raw onion left in a room? You! It's been a while since you last bathed, right? You can't remember. Could smell you before I even came into that room, you fucking Smash player. Yikes.
There's also like a storm. Go bathe outside, you sick
So-
fucks.
So can you stop
It's not like-
Anatoly from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. It would be impossible to stop a grown man from leaving. Onion! We don't need another one stalking the hallways. Tapping on the windows. Crying
fuck,
through the
Onion?
radio. You have a sudden urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse hose to get around? Scared to death I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle the cabbage about you. She can be as mean as potato if you get on her bad side. Just kidding, she's great. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's for me, okay? You can trust me. The Onion talking. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're made of butter slices, so I get to skate around the frying pan tomorrow. Later.
What?
Your mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous.
This is only one playthrough. Which
Double
is crazy
digits,
to me.
dude. You have a strange dream. A fox is collecting payments in your living room. You
A
despise him,
fox.
so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack, then add 6 chickens to go on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs tear the fox in half. Filled with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food. All of those chickens. As the snow piles up outside, you begin to eat whatever you can find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. Just an insatiable hunger. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin, completely ravenous. A nearby tree looks like charred meat. Your iron teeth cut through the tree bark, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood. Days later, a deer gallops by. The first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake in a cold sweat.
No deer?
Deer? Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in a corner. You wipe it up with your mouth to save them from the embarrassment. I mean,
Oh God.
Hey, got
Sorry.
desperate times, man.
I'm hungry, man. I'm sorry. Good morning. Good morning, little guy. Well, Anatoly, what's your decision? As I smirk, I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor. She kept telling me to come outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. It wasn't me. So that's what that smell was. Anatoly, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. Well, why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife.
Just very casually noting that she's dangerous.
The group disperses. Tension seems to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do?
Ooh, 1 hour to kill.
I like that phrasing.
Anatoly.
Why don't you talk to Mariah in the radio?
Chompettes.
Alright, let's talk to the Chompettes. I'm kind of curious if I see all 5.
We still got sticker dick and crazy, right?
No, the fun
Son of a
Chompettes are
Yeah.
allowed. Thankfully, Potato has kept hidden this entire time.
Oh, he's fun.
And nothing can we call our own but death. And that small model of the barren earth, which serves as pace and cover for our bones. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you creeping up behind me. I was reciting my favorite line from William Shakespeare. Did you know which play it was from? It wasn't the one with the weird sisters. You take a wild guess. That's right, The Life and Death of King Richard II. Before I came to this cabin, I used to read all the classics. Why did I stop? I can't turn the page with just my tongue. Hell, I can't even nudge a book off a bookshelf. Pathetic, right? You nod. Yeah. I've been watching your progress so far, and I must say, very strange choices. Even for someone like you. I wonder why you were so accommodating for these 4. Pity I didn't receive the same treatment. Oh well. Excuse my rambling. Are you here for another survival lesson? You shrug. Excellent. No shame in preparing for the absolute worst. 36 hours have passed. You have no food. What happens? For starters, your brain stops craving glucose. But there's a good reason for that. Your guts have begun shrinking, and your livers have transformed fatty acids into chemical compounds called ketone bodies. Have I lost you already? There's books on the bookshelf that can explain all of this. Anyways, ketone bodies mimic glucose for the brain and provides about 2/3 of the energy needed to function. I'm about running out of glucose. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty great, right? Oh, my sweet summer child. Using ketone bodies gradually acidifies your blood, which can lead to ketoacidosis. Anyone?
Ketoacidosis.
Ketoacidosis. Ketoacidosis is common in diabetics. But how do you know if you have ketoacidosis? Well, a large amount of acid is eating your urine and respiratory system. Your brother smells something like fingernail polish. It smells like... I can't remember. No one knows the smell now. But looking at your face, I bet your breath smells much worse. If only the Chompettes has something nice to say about you. Here, have another recipe card.
He was a human?
You unlocked Potato's recipe. I personally wouldn't make it. But you have a taste for things like this. Don't you? You don't argue. Let's talk again, shall we? I won't be leaving here. Far too dangerous to go exploring right now. You shut the drawer and call everyone together for a meeting.
What did he give you?
He gave me a recipe.
Okay.
What that recipe is, I have no idea.
Great.
Secret.
Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly looks pale, like he's going to pass out. Anatoly, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Huh. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best.
Oh, fuck.
Karin. Yes? Gregor looks at you expectantly. Do you want to say anything to Anatoly? You say nothing. I nod. I did not get enough hearts. Goodbye, Anatoly. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Anatoly has left the cabin.
Yay!
Woo! Whoop, whoop, whoop. See you soon, little guy. See you soon indeed, little guy. I mean, I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Karin goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor is getting choked up.
Yes.
I didn't tell him. Missing him already. Huh? Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep.
Nunny.
You hear a scraping from the floor. Found you! Ha 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 ha! You explain how this isn't a good time right now. This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree, but as dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Ha ha ha! Another cornbread classic. You're being very unpopular right now. That's a tree reference. Get it?
Nope.
Anyways, you need to protect Gregor from that red hair woman. Cabbage called an emergency Chompette meeting and told me to give you this mission. Watch out for that knife and protect Gregor at all costs. Understood? I'll say nothing. You're fooling nobody with that
my
act.
baby.
You've never had hearing loss. Let's go with a non-verbal answer, right? Protect Gregor at all costs.
Say nothing.
Stick my dick in crazy, or
Stick to your guns.
Say nothing. Oh, nope, I have to give him a right answer. Nope, sticking my dick in crazy. Goodbye, Gregor.
Yeah.
Does everyone look like a snack to you? Ha ha ha. I'm not giving you a choice on this. Let's try that again. Protect Gregor at all costs.
Okay.
Glad we
Yeah.
established this.
You nod. It's the yeast you can do, right? You told Brett that pun didn't make any sense. On a road today. I'll see you around. Brett hops away, squeezing himself through the mouse hole with a small pup. You fall asleep thinking about what Brett told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. Working the saw, you wrap the cuts in an old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you begin drying the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching, so you clench your fists and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat.
It's only been 10 days.
Yep.
Oh, 11 days.
Natalie is chopped.
Anatoly.
Anatoly.
You wake up in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk, or you found some
Oh
meat?
god. You're a fucker.
Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's event. You decide you cook breakfast for everyone, cutting each slice
my God.
fairly thin. You brown each side in the oven. The smell is unique. Otaku-like. Karin runs into the kitchen.
Smells like coom.
What is that smell? Give it to me. Now. You don't argue.
Oh, no.
Karin grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it into her mouth. Ah! She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh god. Already?
Gregor.
Gregor looks conflicted, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, carefully grabbing a second cutlet. The tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join him in the meal, quickly consuming the meat on the table.
Meat.
I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration anything now. Karin sounded more determined than before. I'm gonna lie down on the couch. Try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Karin leans in to whisper, I'm glad Mariah and Anatoly are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How'd you get so good at it? You tell Karin. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. God, don't you just want to stick dick in me right now? Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all I can think about. I read the book on... what's this?
Necropsy.
Necropsy? I read the book on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect the craft? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Karin pauses, deep in thought. You know, Gregor can't swim, right? He'll be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Karin hands you a vial of liquid. I think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong anesthesiac. Don't ask me how I found it. I want you to slip this into Gregor's mug tonight. This is for the best. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. This request is beyond extreme. Will you do this for me?
Yes.
Why don't you do it?
Yes, queen.
I need to psych myself up for what's next. Queen. This is my first time.
Hey, what are you guys talking about in there?
Queen!
I'm right here. The couch is like right around the corner.
Yeah. I can hear you. What the fuck?
My queen, yes, I will drug Gregor.
I knew you would. Thank you. You nod. She's learning quickly. You definitely think Karin will remember that.
Hell yeah, she wants to fucking eat people.
Yeah.
Also, this guy sucks at rationing meat.
Yep.
Whoops.
He wasted the first one.
Yeah, I think he's learning. This time, let's just eat all of Anatoly. Yeah.
Karin hands you a vial of mysterious liquid,
don't say
and you add it to Gregor's mug. Gregor? Been a while since you had some water. Come drink with us.
Not suspicious at all.
Okay, just end me now.
Gregor looks frightened. I can't stop thinking about the little guy. I can't remember what happened before we arrived. It just never ends. I miss Anatoly and Mariah. Let us toast to Anatoly and Mariah. They'll always be inside of us, Gregor. Can't change that now.
Oh my god.
Gregor begins to weep.
They keep dancing around it.
You're right. We're having it raw tonight, Gregor. I'm talking
Jesus.
about me and the player.
Okay.
No condoms,
Jesus.
obviously.
Obviously.
What?
What?
Eating raw meat is one of life's great gambles. Get awfully sick or... Gregor slowly puts the meat into his mouth, ignoring the smell.
Why are you putting it in your mouth?
He swallows each bite with a wince in his face.
Yeah, forget alcohol, man. Eat raw meat. That's how I party.
Trying not to get sick. I'll never forget the first time I met Anatoly. We were teenagers. I was chopping firewood outside the house. Anatoly brought over the butterfly net, filled with them. He introduced himself and asked me if I wanted to hold one of the butterflies. I had never held one before. He told me not to crush it between my large paws. He did have miniature hands himself, so I get it. Karin, what did you put in this water? Would you do anything to save your friends, Gregor? Of course. Gregor's eyes start to droop. What the hell was Karin's liquid? I think it'd be best to have an early bedtime tonight. Let me help you onto the couch, Gregor. Yeah. Thank you, Karin. Gregor passes out code. Thank you. I'll do the rest. Even if he screams, please ignore Gregor when he wakes up. Okay? You don't want to interrupt Karin with this.
Okay.
Oh no, she's gonna go the road on him.
You leave her alone, going into the bedroom, crawling into the bed, and Anatoly slept in. You fall asleep almost instantaneously.
By that I mean she's gonna chop off his limbs so he can't flee and then ration him.
Yep.
Ugh.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Font's different. Oh, sweet. What the fuck is
Is that Mariah? That's Mariah's hair. Yum, yum, yum.
You know,
Also, don't trust this bitch.
this still isn't a bad
It's too late.
situation.
Still can get away with sticking dick and
we
crazy.
can still work this out.
You were having a nightmare. Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a great job. I made us awesome breakfast this morning to celebrate. Don't
I
do
don't
that
like that
tongue
tongue
thing.
sticking
Don't do
out.
that tongue thing.
I do not like that.
I am happy with this decision. Breakfast? With what? That's a surprise. Gregor already finished his. Took a few hours, but he caved. Come on, let me show you.
Okay, yeah.
You get out of bed and head to the living room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why?
Fucking Christ.
He's a little weak from the blood loss, but don't worry. Bandage him up like a field medic. What is it, Gregor? Where am I? God, you're stupid. Maybe you spent as much time reading books as chopping wood. You would have noticed the pages I was bookmarking in the necropsy book. What are you talking about? Do I have to spell it out for you? You can't swim. How are you supposed to help us out when you immediately drown? You sink like a log. What? I put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty, huh? Gregor goes pale. How's that for a big breakfast? And don't try to crawl away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. Oh, I don't want any of it to go bad, so we'll have to eat that fresh arm when everything else is gone. Speaking of which, I'm going to start cooking another chunk. I'll leave you two alone to chat. This has gone too far. Hey,
Has?
At what point?
all I wanted to do was keep everyone alive and together. But I failed at that. Are you disappointed in me? Thank you.
Oh, Gregor.
That means a lot to me. Growing up, nobody had to tell me to be big and strong. It just happened naturally. My mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths. And yet, I complained my belly was not full. One day on my way home from school, I was walking by the town inn and smelled something amazing coming right out of the pile of trash. I dug through it and discovered a bag. They threw away a meal that was fresh out of the oven for some reason. At least, that's what I thought. I became ill with food poisoning. I hugged the toilet and cried for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me to bed. I learned nothing from that experience. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food. I'll never get this foul taste out of my mouth. She's going to keep eating me. I'm sorry. Getting too lightheaded to hold a good conversation. She's going to torture me again. You know that, right? You nod. Her grows a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? I've never been this cold. This cabin, it chills me to the bones. Or what's left of them. Please, consider it my dying wish. Alright. Thank you. Gotta cover up the disgusting non-limbs.
Oh, God.
I'm much warmer now. Watch out for that knife, okay?
Okay, we get it.
Gregor
Oh my
begins to look at
God.
Peace.
We want the knife.
And the life left his eyes.
Yeah.
You watch the last of Gregor's air escape his lungs. What the hell do you think you're doing? You tell Karin that Gregor gave up. We could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? Ugh, no matter. Plenty of food left now. Karin leaves you alone. You head to the kitchen to try to find the other remains. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander. Let's play hide and seek! There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? The red-haired woman should know where the basement key is. And I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's whittling something in the rocking chair right now. So watch out for that knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Wait. Isn't that your knife? Why did you let her have it? You shrug. As the leader of the Chompettes, it's important you find all of us. So please don't forget any of us. Good luck! Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You have been neglecting the Chompettes lately. Can't hurt to play along with them, right? You go talk to Karin in the living room. Looks like Karen's just slicing away at a block of wood. Gregor's remains have been stored for safekeeping. Scrubbed all the blood off the couch to save you the trouble. Can I help you? Have you seen the basement key anywhere? Wasn't it in the kitchen? You can't remember. I haven't seen the key. Maybe one of the Chompettes can help you find it in the kitchen. You decide to go look for it.
You haven't done a lot of searching since they introduced that aspect, huh?
Yeah.
Nope. Thankfully, there's not too many places for Cabbage to hide. Where do you want to check first?
There we go.
The wood.
The wood? Yup, still filthy back here. You definitely aren't cleaning anything up back here. You need to find Cabbage.
Fuck you, Cabbage.
You need to find Cabbage. You notice an engraving on the cabinet of the wall with an X in the center. Is there treasure here? You need to find Cabbage. Oh no, same thing. Okay.
Great.
Cauldron? You hear some rustling around. Fuck!
Yay.
Found her. She always picks the same hiding spot. Oh, good to know. Way, Cabbage! Well done! As leader of the Chompettes, getting through mouse holes is a chore. Can't find any Chompettes to push me through. So I guess you have to help me out. Cabbage has joined the party. 4 Chompettes to go. What's next, Cabbage? Glad you asked. Keep it up. You'll be a member of the Chompettes in no time. You asked Cabbage about the basement key. Did you forget again? It's right in that nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. You know. You found the basement key. There it is.
Nice.
That's to the room where we found Potato. Check behind the cauldron for the other one. You got the basement entrance key.
I don't
Let's
like
go find
that
Onion. ...
exclamation point ...
He's hiding in the bedroom. She's making hide and seek far too easy. Chompette! Find Onion! Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Can't hurt to find Onion, right? Explore the bedroom. Found him! Oh, be a crybaby, it's just me. Onion! Today? I'm sweet as a sugar cane. Honest. Wow, your breath stinks. Drenched head to toe in sweat too. Could smell you coming a mile away. Gross. Were you scared of that redhead woman or something? You tell Onion the truth. Whoa, sounds like I missed some messed up stuff. You get a pass. I'm sorry to hear about Mariah, Anatoly, and Gregor. But yikes! That's 3 people gone in less than a month. Not as bad as 5 people in one night though, right? Well, we'll probably lose my lunch if I have to see that again.
What?
Anyways, didn't mean to be rude. I got you back. Onion has joined the party. Glad to have you join us,
Oh,
Onion.
wow.
No problem. Nothing else to do today. That's not true. I heard Bread making noise in the living room. You know how loud he can get. Bread? The one and only Chompettes? Let's move out. I'm using the wrong voice. I'm already over this.
Woo!
Your party's quickly expanding. 3 Chompettes left. You're getting a terrible headache. And your face is feeling numb. And your legs aren't moving.
Oh.
Oh well. You do
Oh?
some time breathing exercises for a few minutes. That seemed to help. You suddenly feel a second wind coming on. Time to get that bread. You probably strut up in the living room, happy to be alive.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Bread. No red hair girl though.
I mean,
hear
he
bread
probably
coming out
has
of the mouth, though.
scabies from lack of vitamin C.
Singing sweet time. Found me. Everyone's secretly favorite chompette bread. Don't you love me?
It's me, Brad Pitt.
My cousin Cornbread taught me that one. He has hundreds. No, thousands of terrible puns.
Favorite musician, Brett Sharon.
He's my role model. So, what do you need? We tell Brad about gathering Chompettes together. That's a pretty crummy idea. Remember what happened last time? With Potato? I mean, we all chose to be in that drawer, but this? You're going against the whole grain here. Do you really think we want to go back downstairs?
What?
Brad, we need your help finding
Yeah,
Potato.
cabbage.
Miss you, big guy. Come help. I would never let the Chompettes down.
Yeah.
No need to pass my culinary quiz. I'm coming with you.
Yay!
That's great, Bread. Glad to have you on
Whole
board,
food
Bread.
pyramid.
Of course. Wait,
Jesus.
are you drooling? All 3 Chompettes are staring at you.
Oh.
Are you thinking of eating us? You accidentally lick your lips. This is cabbage! Sorry, I blacked out. You already ate. We're no good for that. You glutton. Did they pass out? Holy cow, get them up. So heavy. They? Not just me?
You have no gender.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just undefined.
I
what
see.
you are.
you stumble to your feet. Let's go find Raspberry and never speak of this again. I think I overheard her by the basement door. Perfect. Chompettes! Yossi-ho!
It's like Danny the Street, bro. They, them. Genderqueer.
Nice. 2 more to go. Your head feels like it's going to crack
True.
open. Your hands have gone completely numb. This one is lasting longer than the others. You focus on wiggling your toes for a minute.
Oh, God. It's
You-
like Kill Bill.
Didn't pass out cold on the floor.
Yay!
2 more to go. You go check out the basement door. This is a long day.
Yeah.
Where
You're
is
actually
she?
The
doing
worst
stuff
day.
for once.
Yeah.
You feel a chill run up your spine. Goosebumps are all over your body. She's here. The birds outside turn silent. You can hear a pin drop. You can almost hear her breathing. You feel the sudden urge to scream. You can't sneak up on me. Don't ever try that again. Surprise! Found you, Raspberry. Oh wow, it's very nice to see you, Cabbage. We wouldn't leave you behind, Raspberry. Shit. Well, actually, I probably should save. Jesus, that's a really good thumbnail for the.
Yeah.
for the-
Definitely gonna
I think
use
that's
that one later.
perfect.
We won't leave
No
you
one else
behind,
has used
Raspberry. Honest. We need your help finding Potato. Our combined Chompette detective skill says he's in the basement. Oh yeah? Let's find Potato and get out of here. Raspberry has joined the party. 1 more to go. I don't know why I'm keeping doing that. Don't worry, the basement's already unlocked. Oh crap!
Yeah.
The red-haired woman's coming over! Chompettes! Let's hide out! All 4 Chompettes quickly escape. You pretend to be
Smart.
studying the basement door. You heard Karin creeping up behind you.
Study the door. Yes.
Found you! You can see the knife out of the corner of Karen's dress. I don't know if I can wait any longer. Show me where you keep hiding the meat. Let's tear them apart, piece by piece. Just like Gregor. Karin looks like she's ready to bury the knife into you. What do? Let her bury the knife into me. I'll talk about the basement. So that's why it's locked. Open it. I have to see the room. You unlock the basement door. Thank you. I'll bring up some cutlets up and we'll have a great dinner. Okay? See you soon. Karin descends the staircase in the darkness. I relock the door and grab the Chompettes and run away.
Oh, yeah.
You lock the basement door. Did you?
Why though?
Did you just lock the door? You block out the screams of rage and bargaining. Give it enough time, they will end. You crawl on the bed and go to sleep. That door doesn't even look like it can hold anyone back.
Seriously.
Holy shit. You slept in today. The pounding has completely stopped. You really need to go to the bathroom. You decide to open your eyes. You must have sleptwalked to the bathroom last night. The glow of the candle is oddly comforting. The candle blew out, and the door is locked. You find a flashlight in the corner of the bathroom somehow and turn it on.
I wonder who it is.
Tutorial, you're in the dark, but you're not alone. Click on the objects around the bathroom to get more information or find the hidden clues. If you're stuck, just wait a little bit to see the glint of objects to inspect around the bathroom. Just move around your cursor to search the room. Oh god.
Oh, very spooky.
Yeah. Check the ceiling. Always check the ceiling.
Can you... Alright.
Uh-oh.
Someone forgot to restock the toilet paper. Beyond disgusting.
Use your
It's
hand.
truly the scariest thing
Disgusting.
you've ever seen.
Wow.
But yeah,
Oh,
you know when people are
disappointing.
starving, they don't use the bathroom as often, of course.
This bathtub is filthy. It would
that
need
makes
more
sense.
than a little elbow grease to get the stains out. You notice a note underneath the bathtub. May 4, 1794. This notice shall serve as summons to the Zakopane courthouse. You are being accused of the following crimes: public disturbance, foul language and demeanor, refusal to testify at a previous court case, refusal to agree to a search warrant of property. Your hearing is scheduled for October 20th. Failure to attend will result in your immediate arrest and penalties up to hanging. Sincerely, Judge Constanci Louise. I'm sorry, I botched that name. You take the court summons letter with
We're
you.
used to it.
Yeah,
Cabbage.
Are you locked in the bathroom again? You tell her about the candle being blown out. Maybe you just need to wiggle it a little bit. You unlock the bathroom door. Sometimes the simplest method is the best one. Now, if you excuse me, need to conduct the next secret Chompette meeting. Yeah, later. You quickly make your escape.
Ha.
Well, getting locked in the bathroom is enough excitement for one day. You get under the covers and quickly fall asleep. You know, Karen's still in the fucking basement.
The floorboard being raised is bothersome.
This is fucking Persona 5 all over again. It's fucking like 5 p.m. and the cat's like, go to bed.
I
Uh-oh.
hated that shit.
Uh-oh.
Time for spooky.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
No.
Karin?
No.
Oh.
Just your imagination again. Karin can't still be alive, right?
Sure, why not?
Somebody's at the door. You grip the doorknob tightly, getting ready for what's next.
Potato. Oh.
That can't be the real Gregor. You determined the haunt has officially begun. Some spirits move on immediately, others linger. And some stop at nothing to give you a heart attack. Great, here comes the jump scares. Or get you to fall down a flight of stairs. Or cause you to wander into an early demise. No way of knowing which one the group will choose. The rain has stopped outside. You decide to go look out the window.
Oh, great.
You guys saw that too, right?
Saw what?
What are you talking about?
Well, the floodwaters are completely gone. Karin will appreciate the good news, but not after locking her in the basement.
Yeah, we're good.
No good reason to leave the cabin. Plenty of food here now.
You're right.
Don't keep eating
What?
that.
Yeah, what goes cabbage, you psycho?
You've been so busy you've forgotten to eat. You head to the kitchen for a snack.
Oh,
Bold.
fucking stop.
Karen's hiding spot was too obvious. You take a few bites of meat. You lost more of your humanity.
Nice.
Not fresh enough. Oh well.
Nice.
You decide to crawl back into bed and get a little extra sleep.
Oh, you just...
I'm just on the
Sleep and
fast
sleep
track on the worst.
Holy shit!
Huh?
Oh. Okay.
It's kind of like downloading speeds. It's like, whoa, 10-hour download. Oh, okay, 10-minute. Okay.
You have a strange dream. The clouds have parted. The rain has gone away. You wake in a cold sweat. I am definitely on the worst route.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Is this another trick or
I don't know. I feel like it could go worse somehow.
good morning? She's still sticking around. You head to the kitchen to get breakfast.
Ooh, Karin?
Mariah, probably.
Your food is gone.
Oh.
That noise is coming from the living room.
Gregor?
Anatoly?
Why Anatoly?
Nobody's here. Some deep scratches are dug into the wood by the couch. Something is approaching.
What, a fucking bear broke in?
Nah, it's
What's
just Karen
making that
again.
noise? It sounded like it was coming from the basement door.
Oh, it is Karin.
You go over to investigate. I don't like that little peephole. A cold wind is
Yeah.
blowing through the hole in the door. You get goosebumps all over your arms. She speaks parcel tongue. That's nice.
Babushka.
Is this a... Oh!
The sun
You
went
wake
out.
in a cold sweat.
Oh, okay.
Sleeping.
I was waiting for like a question mark to pop up after that 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to start rapidly ticking.
It's raining again.
I just want to
You're
see the lock
taunting.
smashed.
They're taunting you with the dreams of the sunny day. You get out of bed and head to the living room.
What if they're just trying to give you good dreams?
Oh, so
Like,
the rain didn't recede, or did that really
I don't think
happen?
that's... I think that,
That was
sun
a
was in my
dream.
dream, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can still smell Gregor here. Jesus.
Yeah, well...
Should you have intervened with Karin? Yeah. Probably wouldn't have changed the outcome. It also might have led you to your death. Eh.
That's the one.
Debatable.
She
Yeah,
would've just
we
murdered
would've
you.
The couch is still comfortable, even after Gregor imprinted on it. You decide to take a nap, which
What, the
quickly
skip
turns
marks
into a sleep.
everywhere?
God, you just wake up and sleep. I get it, but
Yeah, no nutrition.
I'm hallucinating, yeah.
Yeah, he's dying, even though he's eating.
You must have woken up too early today. The cabin living room is pitch black. You pick up the flashlight nearby to explore the darkness. Always a fucking
I
flashlight.
love
is
those
the perfect
batteries,
time.
man.
First note you ever
Potato.
received.
Potato.
Thinking about the messenger puts a smile on your face.
what?
Yeah, just ignore
Is that
that.
Mariah?
No, it's just
I think that's
Anatoly.
Anatoly.
Just ignore him.
Oh.
Oh, guy, he wants to click on that.
It
Oh, he went,
is.
Anatoly?
he went away.
Yeah, sure.
Mario. Mario?
Luigi.
You notice a note sticking out from one of the books.
Mario.
I know you've been ignoring my other letters, so I'm begging you. Please bring back my daughter safely or I would need to get the others involved. I left payments outside the door and will pay any price. Please let her go. We don't have to involve anyone else. You take the mother note with you. You decide to lay back down on the couch to get the rest of your sleep.
What the fuck?
I had to probably collect these in a certain order to do the different endings, probably.
Maybe.
You sleepwalked again. You can hear Potato mumbling in the drawer. But wasn't Potato in the basement? Oh, it's you again. Tell me, in the first week with the red-haired woman and the others, where did you
move
sleep?
through the mouse holes.
Oh, that's right. You think for a minute but come up with nothing. It's worse than I imagined. If I can be honest, it was a truly horrific to witness. Still nothing? You would routinely collapse in the middle of the hallway, sleepwalking into walls, or worse, going down into the basement. I can't believe you haven't broken your neck on those stairs yet. You seem to survive almost anything. Do I have that right? Must be that addiction to meat. Or something else. Would you share that secret with me? Sure. You tell Potato the secret. Wow. Didn't think you'd be that foolish enough to tell me. I'm living longer than expected already, but this is good information to take with me. Thank you. Was that the right thing to tell Potato? It's a delight to watch you fall apart. What does the red-haired woman have in store for you? You haven't thought about Karin in a while. How many days has it been down there? You do realize she's probably been feasting on the three. She'll be much stronger than the last time you saw her. Go downstairs. Put an end to this. Not for the Chompettes. Just for me. You head for the basement door. Alright, here comes the bad ending. You quickly do the math in your head and determine Karin will be dead in the basement. Yeah, that's good numbers. It's been enough days, right? She has enough food down there. You open the door and prepare for the worst.
Idiot.
Kinda dumb.
It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. You begin your descent.
No, she crazy.
Dude, Matt's nice strong suit.
Pitch black. Something is approaching.
She's coming.
Something. Probably it's cabbage.
Raspberry.
It's cabbage.
Can you hear me?
Oh, it's just Mariah. Okay.
I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? I'll never forgive you for what you did. You put Anatolia through hell. You desecrated my corpse. You gave them that disgusting hunger. All that water is under the bridge now. Anatolia's down here. Come have some bread with us. They always try things like this. Their anger, concentrated near their grave, leads to tricks and traps. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here, loaves of it. Fine. I won't stop you from finding the others down here. One piece of advice? Beware of Karin. She is ill beyond repair. Gregor will try to talk you out of reaching the room. Anatolia will try to talk you into leaving the cabin. And Karin will rip the flesh from your bones. We'll talk again.
Sounds about right.
You feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You go deeper into the abyss. Oh god, another hole! The walls. Down here, they're dirt and soot. Something is approaching.
Gregor?
Come on, be Mr. Cabbage. You need to help me out.
I'm glad I found you. The rain outside has stopped. Did you hear that knocking? Another trap. Everyone's upstairs and wants to leave. Mariah was worried sick about you. You tell Gregor about speaking with Mariah. Guess I can't lie to you, huh? You just stood there while Karin took my limbs, doing nothing. Are you frightened by her?
Yeah.
If you won't come upstairs with me, please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look on your face when that light bulb turns on. Can you do that for me? You nod.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me lick the bowls clean. That was enough to keep him at bay.
Okay.
We'll meet again soon. Beware, Karin. You feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss.
Watch out for her knife.
Watch out.
The air pressure down here feels greater. You're getting closer to Karin with each step.
I feel like this is actually like a good ending. Like you get to see like all the aftermath
Something's approaching.
versus being cut off early.
Oh. That you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor right now. You tell Anatoly about meeting with Gregor. Oh. I was going to try to see if you wanted to pick onions with me. You shake your head. Guess there's no fooling you, huh? You survived this long, and now you need to fend off Karin. I can't tell if I'd rather have you or her sticking around down here. You ask Anatoly where Karin is. Oh, she's just below us, waiting to devour you.
Yummy.
Karen's been practicing on her butchering again.
Oh yeah? Is that
Like in
a
a
threat
sexual
or a
way?
promise?
Maybe she'll start with your arms? Down here, the whispers have told me about you. I can't even believe some of the things you've done. Worse than any war crime. So many whispers about the sort of things. Starting an anime podcast? What were you thinking?
Sorry.
So many
Damnation.
whispers down here. Girlfriend was the best anime this past season.
Alright, it's time to go to hell, Anatoly.
It ends at the bottom. Karin might be alive down here, but you won't be. See you again soon. You feel Anatoly leaving the staircase. You grit your teeth and keep going. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right. You feel the wall blindly and located the light switch. Hello!
Hello.
You come
There
so
he is.
far. Proud of you. As leader of the Chompettes, I want to let you know we have your back. No matter what happens down here, just call out to us and we'll be there. Honest, wouldn't let you die down here. When you suspect it, we'll roll with you. You can't sneak up on me. But sneaking up on you? Extremely easy. Are you deaf? Raspberry. That was pretty cruel, even for me. Your ears have so much dirt in them, they could probably grow potatoes. We'll have to work on those jokes, Potato. Sure. We're Weren't you hiding in the basement room? Circumstances have changed. I wouldn't miss a killing for the world.
Oh.
Ah, cabbage. Just remember, down here, you can call on us. We'll help you out in a bind. And if you get lost down here later, please avoid the room where it happened. I can't speak for the others, but I like to forget what happened there. I don't think we'll ever forget that potato. But thank you for coming along with us. I wouldn't call it a change of heart because you never really had one potato.
Got him.
You should have rotted down here, but I'm glad you're here to help. Oh, wish I had a joke here, but what you did was no joking matter. That's enough.
Huh.
Chompettes! Yassa ho! The Chompettes get in position behind you, ready for what's next. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Took you long enough. Let's end this. A tear rolls down Karen's cheek. Should have never left Ukraine. Dodge?
Oh.
Karen slashes you with her knife. You dodge Karen's knife, feeling the air hit you. You shouldn't be this fast. Karen looks you dead in the eyes.
Oh, wait.
Karen laughs at you. Won't be burying you.
Okay, don't attack her. Just wear her out.
Yeah.
Naked, non-lethal her.
You stumbled into the wall, nearly breaking a bone with the impact. Pathetic!
Damn, it's like the game heard you for a
Looks
second.
like Karen is plotting her next attack.
Whoa.
The cut is deep. This would need to be treated if you make it out of this alive. Karen catches her breath. Karen readies the knife. You're going to taste better than Gregor. Oh, fuck! Should have kept the door locked. Karen slashes you with her knife. Karen misses. I'll snap those legs like twigs. Karen looks you dead in the eyes. Karen licks her lips. Will you fit in the cauldron? You think the Chompettes can heal me?
Maybe. I personally think they're worthless, but maybe
I
they will.
don't like attacking. I don't even know if attacking would really even. I don't even really have a weapon. So what would I attack with?
Just
Actually,
kick her.
can I? Oh fuck yeah! All right, let's see what happens when I attack. You try throwing a punch. Karen easily dodges it. It'd be best to watch out for that knife. Dodge takes a break to study you. Karen readies the knife. You're going to taste better than Gregor. Oh fuck! A tear rolls down Karen's cheek. Should have never left Ukraine. Karen slashes you with her knife. Karen misses. Oh yeah, alright. Looks you dead in the
Quick,
eyes.
Chompettes.
Karen looks winded.
Oh.
I'm about to get vertigo again.
You stumble backwards with your fist up.
Fisticuffs.
Don't break a hip. Just rest. Karen attacks. She barely missed. Karen's about to take your life. You stumbled into one of the walls awkwardly. Killing you would be easy. Ah, fuck!
Stab.
Oh.
Karen's breathing heavier. Karen's muscles tense up. Where did this energy come from? Karen lunges for your neck. She missed.
Yay.
Karen's panting. You stumble into one of the walls awkwardly. Killing you would be easy. Ah! Karen's breathing heavier. Karen's muscles tense up. Where does energy come from? Yep. Karen lunges for your neck. She missed. Karen's panting. It's over.
Spare. Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit.
What's wrong with your arm?
Oh!
No! God fucking damn it.
Pacifist route my ass.
Get her anyway.
Wow, did you see like my hand?
pacifist?
Did
Maybe
you
it's
see
a
my
non-lethal
hand? I was
stab.
like so bonely.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
What's
it was
wrong with you?
really.
I don't
Just
know.
all skin.
Karin quickly stumbles down the hallway, turning left at the end. You're hobbling after her, but the room is pitch black here. The rot of decaying flesh here is nauseating. You can hear the small echoes of Karin's footsteps disappearing below, making this room feel enormous. You can't see their eyes, but you can feel them. You're being watched. The staircase in the center winds downwards, spiraling into the abyss. You're getting lightheaded again. Gravity almost gets the best of you a few times as you work your way to the bottom. Your shoes stick to the floor when you reach the bottom.
Ugh.
The smell of mildew and something rotten makes you gag. You can barely make out the outlines of door frames in each direction. You head east, opening the door. You feel Karin's presence close by. Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey, you got your arms
You
back.
guys,
It's great.
you guys were fucking tasty.
Oh.
Back together again. Drowned and dissected. The Butcher of Hope has returned. Where's Karin? Lost in the abyss. Her rage blinds her. Ravenous. Completely ravenous. She will never be able to move on. Bound to this cabin by you, she will never escape.
Time to turn into a vegetable.
Those that die in the cabin are bound to different rules. Fleeing west did nothing. Victims will always gravitate to this cabin. Always find a way to you. You wretch. You abomination. You horror. Turn on the light and savor your inhumanity. Turn on the light. Turn on the light.
Turn on the light.
Turn on the light. Reap what you have sown.
Okay.
Mariah. Anatoly. Gregor, I don't feel bad whatsoever, so whatever happens, I did it. Karin.
It was you or the squirrel.
I'll never.
The squirrel's
I'll never
alive and
forget
well.
you.
Uh-huh.
The squirrel's the mastermind.
Yeah.
Cooking companions. Oh.
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 I'm sorry, I went backwards. My bad.
Great. I like
That's it.
Fucking guy.
this fucking day.
I guess the fucking like scrolling on my mouse wheel. That's how I go back, and I keep accidentally scrolling back. Well, I guess that's it, guys. Cooking companions. That was a great
Damn.
run.
That was great.
Yeah.
Avery, thanks for doing that creepy face on your webcam, you fucker.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I looked directly at it somehow and no one else noticed.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah,
what
he
you're
kind of like
talking about.
phased in and out a little bit, but you can see, and then like phase back out. Yeah, there it is.
I saw it and I was like, what the? No one said anything. What the fuck? Bastard.
Special thanks to Junji Ito. What? Oh, these are like people that inspired you. Okay.
Stephen
Your
King.
name. Yeah.
Markiplier.
Every Twitch and YouTube streamer. Every one of them.
What? No manly on here?
And
Fuck
you.
And you.
And you.
Gear Dream Studios. Well, there you go. Not even gonna have some kind of final cutscene, huh?
Maybe.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
you hear talking upstairs. Thieves? You grab your flaying knife and silently go up the stairs. You'll eat well tonight.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay.
The four look completely shocked at the sight of you. She doesn't look like she has the courage to speak. We've been lost for a few days. Your cabin's the only hut we've seen out here. Can we stay here for a few nights? You clear your throat and ask the questions you've asked thousands of times. Did you come here on your own free will, or were you sent? We were technically sent. Anatoly, we came here on our own free will. The woman looks confident in her answer. They answered incorrectly. You clear your throat again, coughing profusely. You may stay in my cabin until you're ready to leave. The group looks terrified of you. As they should be. Wasn't that trail steep? Yeah. The group finally returns to normal. It's forced, but they attempt to save face. Oh, that walk is brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace, because I'm the nerd of the group. You already know the rest of the story now, right? Wrong. Nightmare mode activated. You wake up in the bathroom again. Oh. Fuck.
Ah!
This is my room. Do you see how dark it is?
Sorry.
It's cold. But I can look at you. Look at me.
No,
Are you scared?
And he looks at me.
no, take it. Hit me.
No.
Don't.
I am scared.
Let's touch faces.
Kiss me. You wake in a cold sweat. Your surroundings feel completely different. Mariah's presence is in rage. She's beckoning you to follow her. You get up and leave the bedroom. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. What a fitting end to such a horrible nightmare. You head to the kitchen for some breakfast. What should I cook today?
Man, I got
This'll take ages to
cleaning
clean.
around here.
Yeah, damn it, dude. You take a few bites of meat. You lost more of your humanity. Never had any to begin with. You stare into the ash pile in the oven. Are they still upset? You head back to the bedroom and take a nap. I guess we're not done yet. Oh, Jesus Christ. Which one of them is causing this? Mariah? Anatoly? Gregor?
Yukashi?
You crawl into bed and fall asleep.
It's the question mark.
I can't tell if this is like a secret ending or just any ending. Like just a random ending.
Do you think you only got this because you did this ending?
I don't think so. I feel like it's just kind of like the standard ending now.
But I feel like
Wake
this
up,
is like a
sleepyhead.
lot of context you wouldn't know if, like, say, one of the endings is probably you get killed by Karin early, right? You
True.
wouldn't know about like all the hauntings if you got killed early.
That's true. Karin isn't here. Sounds like she's whittling something again. Did she escape the basement? Karin? No reply. You head over to investigate. Another trick by one of them. Who's still missing? Karin? Someone's tapping on the window.
Anatoly.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
I
buddy.
can't get the taste out of my mouth. Are you done, Anatoly? Shush! Get out of here.
Shush.
Jesus.
Shush.
They're getting more bold in their actions.
It's got anime eyes.
You head to the bed to sleep on it. Ooh, 616.
Oh, 666.
666. Ooh.
Spooky.
The sheets are drenched in sweat. I don't shower. You can't make
Icky.
me.
That's
You
not
can't something
sweat.
moving out of the corner of your eye.
I'll just use my cleaning myself jutsu
I just like
Imagine
to
bathing.
instantly clean myself.
I just get out of the bed, you just hear the crackling of the sheets. You roll out of bed to see what it is. It feels like 3 a.m. Nothing's moving around the bedroom anymore. Just your imagination again. You head to the basement door. Is Karin still alive? A cold wind blows through the crack in the door.
Hey,
Ah,
So, like- You wake in a cold
the
sweat?
Wendy's girl.
Yeah. Wendy's.
You wake up in the cold bathroom floor. Door is locked. Excuse me.
Wendy's nuts hit your face.
Did one of them hide the key in here?
Yo.
Got him.
Where do you want to check first? I'm gonna stick my dick in the mouse though. This mouse seems perfectly rounded.
Now you're
It's like-
thinking.
Like someone used sandpaper on the edges. Did the Chompettes do this?
Mouse don't feel the same
probably.
way.
The hole itself is pitch black. Would the flashlight be helpful? Maybe my dick might work. Might aggravate whatever horror lies in wait.
He's like so calm about it.
Alright, garbage can. Check the garbage can underneath the sink. It's empty, like your soul. Now, alright, fuck.
Jesus.
You looking back at the garbage can. Just a gigantic spider back here. Disgusting.
Like me.
Mouse poops. Mouse poops and dust have gathered underneath the tub. This needs to be swept. There's
I
some
won't do
scratches
it.
on the side of the tub. What happened there? How did you miss this? You notice a note under the bathtub. It's the same fucking
Oh.
note.
Oh.
You take the court summons letter with you. Under the tub again? Nothing found in the tub. There's nothing of note under the sink. Why aren't towels under here? The key should have been under here. This continues to be a pretty big disappointment. Okay. It's time to stick my dick in crazy. Stick your arm in the mouse hole?
No. You decide to stick your dick instead.
No. The key has got to be in the mouse hole. You gather your courage and prepare to put your entire arm in the mouse hole.
Entire arm.
You slowly put your entire arm inside the mouse hole and feel around. You feel the chilly presence of something behind you.
You tell it
Keys
fuck
pushing
off.
into your hand. You pull your arm out, lifting up the toilet seat to take a celebratory bathroom break. What? Your hands
yeah,
are shaking uncontrollably from the whisper.
You don't do that?
What? When I get excited, I just take a shit.
Oh, yeah.
The key has fallen into the toilet.
What?
Reach into the filthy toilet to get the key?
nah.
Just grab it like you're bobbing for apples.
Forget it. This is way too gross. Who would even think of doing something so disgusting? Not sticking your hand into a filthy, backed up toilet?
No. Ask
Don't you
people.
want to get out of here alive? Don't sweat it. There was a key. That was the key to the Chompettes treasure box. You asked her what's in the treasure box.
The X behind the wood pile.
Oh, our original clothes and shoes. It's painful to see them all blood-soaked and tattered. But it's the only thing we have left in this world. You don't have a shred of empathy, so you wouldn't understand. Cabbage told me I had to rescue you from this. I wanted to let you starve to death in here, but she insisted. I didn't know Cabbage is a girl. Here you go. This is the last favor you get from me. Goodbye, wretch. You let out a deep breath and exit the bathroom. No, the key!
Aw. Reload quick. Speed through. Speed demon. Speed through. Reload back. Oh, that's pretty far.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Look at the mirror, and then you don't run.
I'm scared. Are you scared? I'm scared.
Run!
Kind of looks like a Deltarune or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
Fox game.
yeah.
I gotta get the taste out of my mouth.
Shit.
She.
She.
Yep, still alive.
Oh, shit. There we go. Save game.
It's empty like your soul.
Whoops. Alright, we're good. Yep. Grab the note. Yep. Okay, in the mouse hole I go. Whoops. Stick your hand in there, dude.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
This is the only way to get out of the bathroom. You plunge your hand into the toilet, grasping blindly for the key. It must have gone down the pipe. God damn it.
Down the pipe.
Oh, wow. You really put your hand into a filthy backed up toilet, huh? This seems to be a new low for you. Haha.
Not really.
Are you finally going to wash your hands now?
Could eat you next.
Never.
This sink isn't working. Oh, wow. Will the bacteria be the thing that does you in? Such a pathetic end for such a terrible life. Ha! The key wasn't even for the bathroom door. That was the key to the Chompettes treasure box. You really stepped in it this time. Huh? Cabbage told me I had to rescue for the... Yeah, alright. Here you go. Well, no matter what, I couldn't get that fucking key.
I think this was it said that this would give you insight so that when you play the New Game Plus, you can find whatever it is you need quickly.
I see. Time to end this. You open the door and get ready for what's next. I'll have to fight her again.
Wendy's. Wendy's.
It's just a staircase, nothing to be scared of. You begin your descent. Yep. The spirits aren't active right now. You can continue downward. Oh, nice. New Game Plus. The wall is down here. Dirt. Yep. It's not done. Keep moving downward. Pressure feels great. Yep. Getting close to Karin. Yep. Something's approaching.
Could be anything in there.
Toby Fox? What are you doing here? A false alarm.
Ashton Kutcher.
Outer spirits
No.
below going to spring a trap on you. You continue downwards. No. You hear something in the distance. Sounds like a baby crying.
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room.
Oh, it's... Why? Esto tal perdido aquí? ¿Estás con frío? You shake your head.
Oh.
Oh. Vamos converse la embexio, ¿ok? E tenho outros que cora monstra a voce. Deles now para de sara sobre uma galo de pasarona. Vejo voce no final.
Hello?
You hold your breath and continue downward.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Something is approaching. Is that a trophy? Oh!
Oh.
You fucking bitch!
Dang it.
This game is purely
Thank
fictional.
you.
You cannot harm you in any way, shape, or form. When you regain consciousness, you further down the staircase. You wake with a note next to your head. It's difficult to read, but you can make out a sentence. Don't get up before Saturday. You take the Saturday note with you. The sound of the rain has completely stopped down here. Your eyes are strained down here. The pressure is intense. You feel like you're trapped under miles of ocean. You continue downwards. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right. You navigate the basement blindly until you reach the room with 4 directions. You can barely make out the outlines of door frames in each direction. Which way should you go? Alright, well, I think when we were down here last time, we went to the east, and then they said something about there was nothing to the west. So, either they're debating
I did see
me,
that.
or... Can I save? Oh, yes. Alright, we'll go north first. Once you open the northern door, a cold wind blows over you. The area reminds you of an underground cave. You can make out a door at the end of this hallway. You have a bad feeling about opening it though. Open it? You wake in a cold sweat. You just arrived to Junji Ito's manga. You're at the 4 doorways again. Oh, okay. South. This room feels warmer when you entered. You begin sweating more normal. There's a door at the end of this hallway, but it's so hot you feel like you're going to pass out. You slowly open the door, a crack, and peer inside. It's Markiplier. Vines cover the entire ground. It's just another Junji Ito! You wake in a cold sweat. You're lying in the middle of the 4 directions. Which way do you want to go? West?
Spook me more!
Your eyes struggle to see down this hallway. You strain your eyes to make out an outline of a door. Another Junji Ito! You slowly open it.
Bappy?
I swear to God, did you just steal Junji Ito's like monsters and put it in here?
Yeah.
It looks.
I think that was the special thanks for Junji Ito 4.
Which way do you want to go? Well, east it is. Your hands run across a large door. Maybe now isn't the time for this. You walk back to the base of steps, trying to remember why you came this far. Found you.
Oh.
Let's end this. Oh, we did it again. I love you. Oh, that didn't happen last time. Oh, we're doing it more now. Oh, I love you. Karin escapes down the hallway, leaving a trail of blood behind her. You follow her to the room in the east.
How's she alive?
I love you. Turn on the light. Reap what you have sown. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, Karin, I'll never forget you. God damn it, I got you baited again!
Nice.
Oh, nice music.
Lyrics.
Could happen. Everything is totally great, but please do refrain from going in the basement. Cooking.
Not like fucking Peter since day one trying to get
It's
there.
the first thing.
Look, I don't like to listen, alright?
Buster. What the fuck?
Alright, I fucking get it. Don't go into the
Wow, they
basement.
had to make a whole song about it because they knew some dumb would try.
I'm sorry. Welcome to New Game Plus. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh my god.
This playthrough will have different dialogue events and decisions to make. Antolia, Gregor, and Karin restore 3 hearts each.
Oh, nice.
Use this opportunity to max out relationships. We highly recommend you create a manual save right now for this shorter playthrough. Never gonna remember which save is which. Unfortunately, Mariah would not be available to max. Sorry. Thank you for playing Cookie Companions. We hope you enjoy the experience. Oh, and I almost forgot.
She's...
Jump scare mode activated. Just kidding. Dear Dream Studios.
And then it jumps you.
No, okay, we're done.
Oh my god, it just keeps going and going.
Yeah, we're already at 3 hours. Okay,
It never ends.
Next time on the Weeb After Hour, we will be done with Halloween. Maybe we'll continue playing this. I'm not entirely sure. There is multiple endings, so if it happens, you'll see more parts of this. If not, we'll see you guys in the next playthrough. So see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.